I welcome all the students of second year IT for this lecture series of open elective subject digital business. So we are going to the third unit and the topic is the auctions. So what is the auction? So auction is a market mechanism where buyers place competitive bids to purchase goods or the services, or the sellers offer prices to sell them. So the item goes to the highest bidder in the forward auction or the lowest bidder in the reverse auctions. So an auction in the digital commerce refers to an online buying and the selling process where the goods or the services are sold to the highest bidder. You already know the auctions, correct? It's a digital auction, but you know about the auctions. It's in the Marathi like आपण बोली लावतो, correct? So in the auction in the digital commerce it's referred to the online buying. आता हे ऑनलाईन बाईंग केव्हा होणार आहे, जेव्हा कोणी हायेस्ट बोली लावणार आहे, जे पण हायेस्ट बिडर असणार आहे त्यांच्याच. आता म्हणजे तुम्हाला माहिती आहे की बोली लावताना जे जास्त पैसे लावतात त्यांना ते जे पण प्रॉडक्ट असतं ते भेटतं. सो there are two common types of the auctions in the digital era. So first one is a e-auction, that's electronic auctions. Next one is a reverse auction. So first we go through the our first e-auction. So that's the electronic auction. So it is a online platform where the goods and the services are sold to the highest bidder through the competitive bidding process. These auctions can be either business to business, or business to customer, or the customer to customer, means the consumer to consumer. So means C to C. It's either a B2B or B2C or to C2C. So it allows the participants from anywhere to bid on the goods or the services via the internet. So what is the benefit of this? It's a greater market reach, transparent pricing, time and cost efficiency, better price discovery, automated bidding system, faster transactions, global reach. So next one is a type of auction. So first one is a forward auction. So sellers list an item and buyers place increasingly bids. Then the seller puts up an item or the buyer bids. So highest bidder wins. In the forward auction, highest bidder wins. So for example, eBay forward auction, seller posts the products like a used phone, antiques or the watches, and buyers place the competitive bids. So the real life example is like a rare Pokemon card listed at rupees 1000 and sold after 23 bids. It's at the 40,000. So the next one is a reverse auction. So buyers post buyers post their requirements and sellers compete by offering the lower prices. Buyers request products or services often used in the B2B, means the business to business. It's a multiple seller offer decreasingly prices. Multiple sellers offers decreasing prices or the lowest in that, means the reverse auction, lowest bids wins. मीन्स जसं आता आपल्या फॉरवर्ड ऑप्शन्स मध्ये होत होतं की जो जास्त बोली लावेल, जो जास्त पैसे सांगेल तो जिंकणार होता. पण आता रिव्हर्स ऑप्शन मध्ये होतं काय आहे की जो एकदम कमी बोली लावेल, सपोज 100 पासून 1 रुपयापर्यंत बोली लावेल, त्याला तो तिथे विन होणार आहे, तो तिथे जिंकणार आहे. लाईक आता जर आपण ह्याचं एक्झाम्पल बघितलं तर इट्स अ गव्हर्नमेंट ई मार्केट प्लेस. सो गव्हर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट काय करतात ना, गव्हर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट काय करतात की जे पण त्यांचे लिस्ट करतात, त्याचे प्रोसिजरमेंट असतात, नीड्स असतात, लाईक लॅपटॉप्स पाहिजे आहे स्कूलसाठी किंवा मल्टिपल वेंडर्स बोली लावतात बाय लोअरिंग देअर प्राइजेस टू विन्स द डे. आता जसं तुम्ही आता बघितलं असेल, यू ऑलरेडी वॉच्ड द तारक मेहता, लाईक करेक्ट. सो वेनेवर त्यांचं आता त्यांना बघा ते सोसायटी जेव्हा कलरिंग करायचं होतं सोसायटीचं किंवा रिन्युएशन करायचं होतं, आठवत असेल तुम्हाला तारक मेहतामध्ये, तर तेव्हा ते बोली लावायला आले होते, ते ऑक्शन करत होते. मी तुम्हाला फक्त समजवण्यासाठी सांगते आहे एक्झाम्पल, की ते ऑक्शन्स करत होते. तर तिथे जे सगळ्यात कमी बोली लावेल त्यांना ते जे पण टेंडर होतं ते टेंडर त्यांना जाणार होतं, करेक्ट. तर म्हणजे आता तो एपिसोड मी तुम्हाला थोडस सांगते की त्यामध्ये जसं सुंदर होता, तो सुंदरची कंपनी म्हणून तो आला होता आणि तिथं त्यांनी सगळ्यात कमी बोली लावली होती, सो दॅट त्याला तो टेंडर भेटला होता. सो इट्स अ एक्झाम्पल ऑफ द रिव्हर्स ऑप्शन. जर तुम्हाला इझिली समजायचं असेल तर रिव्हर्स ऑप्शन मध्ये सगळ्यात जे कमी बोली लावेल त्यांना ते जे टेंडर आहे ते पास होणार आहे. मीन्स द गव्हर्नमेंट साठी एक्झाम्पल आहे, म्हणजे गव्हर्नमेंट ई मार्केट प्लेसचं. सो त्यामध्ये आता मल्टिपल वेंडर्स बिड्स बाय लोअरिंग देअर प्राइजेस टू विन द डील. आता जर रिअल लाईफ एक्झाम्पल मी तुम्हाला तसं पण सांगितलं, पण अजून एक आपण एक्झाम्पल बघूयात की म्हणजे स्टेट एज्युकेशन बोर्ड आहे, त्यांना 200 टॅबलेट हवे आहेत. सो सप्लायर्सनी काय केलं की म्हणजे जे सप्लायर्स आहे त्यांनी बोली लावली, कॉम्पिटिटिव्हली बोली लावली त्याने, अँड द कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट जे आहे त्यांचं, आणि मग त्याच्यानंतर काय झालं की जे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट आहे वॉज अवॉर्डेड टू द लोएस्ट बिडर. मग ते आता कोणाला गेलं, ज्यांनी सगळ्यात कमी बोली लावली त्यांना तो कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट गेला. सो नेक्स्ट वन आता आपल्या जे ऑप्शन्स आहे त्याच्यामधला टाईप आहे अल्गोरिदमिक प्राइसिंग. सो अल्गोरिदमिक प्राइसिंग मध्ये काय आहे आता, सो इट इज ऑल्सो नोन ॲज द डायनामिक प्राइसिंग. So algorithmic pricing is, it's a dynamic pricing. So it uses machine learning and the data analytics to automatically adjust the price of products or the services in the real time based on this supply, demand or the customer behavior and the competitor pricing. So though not traditional auction, it's used in digital commerce, adjusts prices automatically using the algorithms based on demand, customer behavior, supply, and the competitor pricing. So what's the benefit of this? It's for the optimized revenue, personalized pricing, and the fast response to market changes. So their applications is like a ride hailing on the on demand apps, example Uber, Ola, or airline and hotel ticket pricing, and e-commerce platforms adjusting prices based on browsing behavior. What's the example for this? Is for like Amazon adjusts product prices frequently. Uber applies pricing based on the demand. So now we are comparing this chart like industry example and how it is works. So in the e-commerce, like example is the Amazon, and how it is works, changes product prices every few minutes based on the competitors, correct. Who is the competitor for the Amazon? It's a Flipkart, correct. So on the competitors or the customer clicks, what's the actually customer just searching in that few seconds or in the few minutes is changing the price, means because the customer is searching something, it's in the demand, correct. So it changing their price. So in the travel industry, like airlines, ticket prices vary by demand. Ticket prices vary by demand, time left to flight, that whatever the time left to the flight or seat availability. Next one is a ride sharing. So it's a example for this is Uber, and it uses a dynamic pricing, like when the demand is high and supply drivers is slow. In the night time, like there is a high prices for users at the time of night, or at after the just 8 o'clock or the 10 o'clock, the pricing changes, because in the night there is very chances, or the it's a demanded in the night. So next one in next industry is a hospitality. So what's the example for this? It's a OYO or the hotels.com. So it adjusts the room rates based on the seasons or the occupancy or the day of that, suppose it's a weekend, so it changes their prices. You already you already noticed about that, right? So how it is work? It collects, it collects the data, it analyzes the pattern, and it adjusts the price. So collects the data is a user, which data means user activity, market demand, competitor prices or inventory levels, etc. And in the analyzed pattern, it's artificial intelligence or the machine learning detects trends and the patterns. So adjust the price at, so system changes the price in real time to maximize profit, conversion or competitiveness. So the real life example is like Amazon. It price drops or increases based on the stock and the competitors. Then next one is a Uber or Ola. It ride the fares change in real time. Make my trip in the Make my trip. So the flight or the hotel rates vary by season and the booking trends. In the Swiggy or the Amazon, it's demand charges or peak charges during the rain or the mealtime in the Swiggy or the Zomato. So next one is like Airbnb. So smart nightly pricing based on the festival or the high seasons, or the in the Myntra its prices update mid sale based on user demand. Now next topic is a supply chain. So a supply chain refers to the entire process of producing and delivering a product or services from raw material sourcing to the manufacturing, to the warehousing, to the shipping, and to the final delivery to delivery. So what is supply chain now? So it's the entire process for delivering that product. So what's the process? We are just understand with this diagram. So first the raw material sourcing, from the raw material sourcing to the manufacturing, it's go to the warehousing. You already know the warehouse, correct? So it's from the manufacturing, it goes to the warehousing. Then the warehousing, after the after your product's ready with the raw material in the manufacturing section, then it will go for the warehousing for the store purpose. And after that, from the warehousing, it shipping your product to the customer. So after in the shipping sector, so it it is your final delivery to the customer. So in the digital commerce, smart and responsive supply chain is essential or speed, cost efficiency, transparency and customer satisfaction. So first one is a blockchain supply chain. So blockchain is a secure, decentralized digital ledger that records transaction across the multiple computers. So how it helps in supply chains? So transparency, security and the trust. So first we will go through the transparency. So everyone means the supplier, retailer and the customer can track everywhere a product came from. So that's a transparency. So security, no one can tamper with the supply records, means the helps to avoid fraud. So next one is a trust. So it ensure product authenticity. So it is important in luxury goods, pharma or the foods. So the real-time examples, it's a Walmart and the IBM Food Trust. We can say that it's a real life example. So tracks the origin of food, means for example mangoes or the pork from the farm to the store in seconds. Second one is De Beers. Uh, it's a diamond. So user blockchain to trace the ethical sourcing of the diamonds. So next one is a Unilever. You already know or heard about the Unilever. So it ensures the sustainability in its palm oil supply chain using blockchain. The next type of supply chain is a 3D printing in supply chain. So 3D printing, it's a additive manufacturing that allows digital files to be turned into physical objects by layering the material. So how it is helps? It's a local production. No need to ship from a far or the print at a local hubs. So on demand manufacturing, no need to store inventory. Next one is a customizable, so easily modify a design without retooling machinery. So what's the real life example for this is Adidas Futurecraft shoes. So it is a 3D printed midsoles customized to athletes foot pressure. Next one is a General Electric Aviation. So it's a produces the jet engine parts using 3D printing to reduce weight and cost. So next one is a Local Motors. So created the world's first 3D printed car, reducing the production time drastically. So the Local Motors, it's a created a 3D printed car, so the production time maybe drastically comes up. So next topic is the just in time, that's a JIT delivery. So what is JIT delivery? So JIT is a strategy where the companies produce or receive goods only when needed. Means the just in time is a strategy where companies produce or receive goods only when it is needed. So it reducing the storage cost and the waste. So how it is helps? It's a minimized inventory cost, faster the order fulfillment, and the reduces the wastage of unsold goods. So next one is a real-time examples. So it's a Toyota. It's a pioneer of JIT in automobile manufacturing. Pioneer of just in time in automobile manufacturing. It's a parts arrives as needed on the production line. So next one is a Zara in the fashion retailer. So it produces the clothing in small batches based on, so it produces the clothing in small batches based on the real-time fashion trends. It stores receive fresh stock 2 to 3 times per week. So next one is Dell computers. It builds and delivers PCs only after an order is placed. Dell computers. In the Dell computers, it builds and delivers the PC only after an order is placed, keeps almost no in their inventory. So why it matters in the digital commerce, right? You thinking like this, na? You have to think like this. Why this matters? So e-commerce businesses like Amazon or the Flipkart rely on the real-time supply chain updates to manage fast delivery and the customer satisfaction. So startup can save on the warehousing by using just in time plus 3D printing. So next one is a blockchain helps in building the trust for online shoppers, especially in a cross-border trade and ethical sourcing. So blockchain, the blockchain 3D printing and just in time. So what is a blockchain? It ensures a transparency, trust in the supply chain. What's the 3D printing? It enables on-demand local production of parts. And what is JIT? What is just in time? So just in time delivery. So it minimizes the inventory cost and the waste. So what is the example of the blockchain? It's a Walmart tracks food supply using blockchain. Food supply in blockchain. What is the example of 3D printing? It's Adidas produces the shoes with 3D printed midsole. And what is the example of JIT, just in time delivery? It's Toyota uses the just in time for car manufacturing. So next point is a digital payments. So next point is a digital payment. So we will cover in the next video, or shall we cover in this only? So we will cover in this only. So we can conclude our unit number 3. So what is the digital payments? So digital payments are the transactions made electronically without using a cash or the physical card. So what is the digital payments? We are not using any our cash or the digital or the physical cards. So why it is important? It's a faster and the convenient, correct? So and it is safer also. It is safer than the carrying the cash, and it enables the online shopping, e-commerce and the global trade. So the first point is a mobile payment. So in the mobile payments, that's a type. So mobile payments, digital wallets, cryptocurrencies. So first we will go through the mobile payments. So what is this? So it's a paying using mobile apps like UPI, Paytm, PhonePe. Why it is important? So it is easy, instant, and no need for the cash or the ATM. So how we will use this? So we can scan our QR code or enter the mobile number, and that's it. Our money is sent in already. So next one is a example, the Paytm Google Pay. So the real life example is buying the vada pav using a QR code scanner on the Google Pay. So next one is digital wallets. So what is digital wallets? So it's a virtual wallet that store the money digitally. So why it is used? It is used to store the prepaid money for faster transactions. How it is used? You already know about that. It's adding money in our wallet and spend at the shops or the online. So what is the example of this? It's a Paytm wallet, Amazon Pay wallet. So what is a real life example? It's using a Amazon Pay wallet balance to order the food. So next one is a cryptocurrency. So what is this now? So it's a digital currency using the blockchain, not controlled by the government, but it's a using by the blockchain technology. And why it is used? It is a secure, global, no banks needed. So how it will used? How it will used? So it's a transactions verified on blockchain network. It's a transaction verified on blockchain network. For example, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So what's the real life example for this? It's a buying a laptop online using a Bitcoin in some countries only. In some countries, if you want to buy some laptop, you can use the Bitcoin in some countries. So next one is a central bank digital currencies. So what is this? It's a digital version of countries' official currencies issued by the central bank. So why it is used? CBDC. Why it is used? It's a government controlled alternative to cryptocurrency. How it is used? It issued and tracked by the RBI, Reserve Bank of India, correct? Or Fed, means from the USA. RBI is a Indian and the Fed is a USA. So this example is like E is a digital rupees by the RBI government, by the Reserve Bank of India. Sorry, Reserve Bank of India by the government. And it's what's the real life example? It's paying your electricity bill using RBI, means a Reserve Bank of India digital rupee wallet. So next one is a security. So what is this now? So it's a protecting payments from fraud or hacking. It's protecting payments from fraud or hacking. How it is used? So OTP, biometrics, and the encryption. So why it is used? To protect the money, to protect or the prevent the fraud, to protect the personal data, to build the trust with the customer or the user. So for example, it's a fingerprint unlock in your phone pay. Whenever you are using the phone pay or the Google Pay, there is a some pin are there or some fingerprint are there. So if you completed your fingerprint process or that security process, then only your app will open. So the real life example, getting the OTP via while you are shopping on the Amazon. So next one is a privacy. So protecting the user's financial data. Why the privacy is needed? To protecting the user's financial data, to avoid the misuse or the tracking. So we are using like with the encryption or the tokenization or the two-factor authentication, limited limited data sharing or the user control. So what is the example for the this privacy topic? So WhatsApp Pay promises to it will give us the data encryption. आपल्याला मेसेज येतो ना की तुम्ही जे पण काही शेअर करताय ते एक तुमचा डेटा इन्क्रिप्टेड असतोय की म्हणजे तो दुसरा कोणालाही शेअर केला जात नाहीये. सो द रिअल लाईफ एक्झाम्पल लाईक बँक नॉट शेअरिंग युअर UPI transaction history with the another user. It will only share with you only, but not other than that. So the next topic is the ethical issues. So it concerns about the fairness, misuse, and the transparency. So why it is like what's the ethical use? It's a digital money can be misused or fraud or the illegal trade. So how it is used? So data misuse or the hidden charges, scams and the frauds, digital divide, crypto misuses. For example, for the ethical issues like crypto scams or the hidden charges by the wallets. What is the real life example? Someone losing money to a fake UPI link scam. So that's it. We are concluding our third unit here. Thank you for watching this, and if you like the video, just like the button. If there is any comment below, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.